frustrated. Okay, so you're going to kind of look at these as two separate things. So what are some factors of 4? What are two things that multiply to 4? And 1 we don't want to do because 1 would be constant. Okay, so then the next number you can check is what?
2.
2. 2 and 2. Okay. Now, we're looking for essentially, I call them magic numbers, but the only numbers that you should be circling are prime numbers. So 2, 3, 5, and 7. Okay? And so we want that factored all the way out to 2, 3, 5, and 7. Okay? Can 2 go any smaller? Other than a 1. So that one's done. Okay? Now, look at the 16. We don't start with 1, we're going to start with 2. So 2 times what gives me 16? 8. Okay? The 2 also cannot go any further, but the 8 can go smaller.
I remember how to do this.
Okay? So what are two things that multiply to 8? 2 and 4. Okay, and then what else? The 4 can go smaller.
2 times 2.
2 and 2.
Okay, I remember how to do this.
Okay? So we look at these as two separate things. Now, we want to make matches here. Okay? So this, and the only things that you can circle and make a match are 2, 3s, 5s, and 7s. Okay? So you can't match up like this, the 4 and a 4, because it can go smaller. Okay? So I got a 2 here and a 2 here. Okay? So that means I can put one of those 2s on the outside from that one. Okay? And I'm trying to use colors so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay? Here, I got a 2 here and I got a 2 here. So that means I can put another one on the outside. Can I make any more matches?
Do you have the 2s right there?
Okay, but I can't because this is separate from this. Okay, so me and Jesus both like McDonald's, and we both like Chick-fil-A. Okay, so it makes no sense for Jesus to be like, I like Taco Bell, and I like Taco Bell, right? He's gonna sound weird. Okay, so these are two totally separate things. So you have to make matches with these. So this is all the matches we can make. What is 2 times 2?
4.
Okay, because you multiply these. So you're going to get 4, really, on the outside. Okay, now look at me. What is 4 divided by 4?
1.
1. 16 divided by 4? 4. Okay, and then you're going to put the signs back in there and the letter. Okay, and so this one is done. Okay, the more that you do these, the better it's going to be. Okay, Mia, put your phone up. Okay. So, let's look at this one. Maybe draw your little line down here so you can kind of keep them separated. 32. Does 2 go into 32? Well, how many times? 2 and 16. What about 16?
2 and 8.
2 and 8. What about 8?
2 and 4.
2 and 4, 2 and 2. Okay, let's look at the 40. What do we start with?
2.
2. 2 and what?
2 and 20.
2 and 20.
Does it always have to be
What
2?
about 20? Well, you're going to try 2 first. 2 may not work. You might have to do 3. 2 and 10. What about the 10? 2 and 5. Okay. So, what can I match?
The 2.
Okay, so I can match this 2 and 2. So you're going to put 1 on the outside. Can I match anything else? Another set of 2s. So we put another one on the outside. Anything else?
Yeah, the 2.
Another 2. And that's it.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay, see how this guy, he's got a 5 left there because the only ones I'm allowed to circle are 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, he's got a 5, but does he have a 5?
Mm-mm.
So that's not a match. Okay, he's got a 2. Is there any more 2s left? No, so that's not a match. So what is 2 times 2 times 2?
8.
Huh?
8.
8. Okay, 32 divided by 8.
4.
4. 40 divided by 8.
5.
5.
So like we just
Then x plus
And then you're gonna get an x squared and a plus. Now, Timmy, if you were to distribute, what is 8 times 4? 32. And then 8 times 5. Okay, so it's backwards distributing. We're pulling the biggest thing out of that we can. So you guys are so used to distributing, but it's essentially doing it the backwards way. Okay? This is definitely the longer way. If you can look at this and tell the biggest factor, and some of them you might be able to, but I would suggest doing it this way every time because people pull out, if you accidentally just pull out a 2, that's not the greatest common factor. Okay, let's look at this one. 64. Does 2 go in? Yeah. 2 and 32. Okay, what about the 32? 2 and 16. 2 and 8. 2 and 4. 2 and 2. Okay, what about the 8? 2 and 4. 2 and 2. What can we match up? Choose. How many? Try again. 3. Okay, look, this guy, and you kind of go with whatever has the least amount because you can't do any more than that, but 1, 2, 3. So you get 1, 2, 3. Okay, so on our outside, it's going to be 2 times 2 times 2, which is what? 8. 64 divided by 8. 8. 8 divided by 8. 1. Okay, and then go through and put all your signs back. You should have 2 minuses and an A4. Technically, you can pull out a negative, but we're not doing that today. Okay. 6. What are some factors of 6? 2 and 3. Okay, and that's all the further that one can go. Okay, what about the 48? 2 and what? 24. Okay, on your calculator you can say 48 divided by 2, and then it'll say 2 and 24, and then you just hit divided by 2, and then hit divided by 2, and it'll keep giving you a number so you don't have to retype it the whole way. Okay, so you're going to get 2 and 12, 2 and 6, 2 and 3. What can we match? A 2 and a 3. Okay, here's a 2 and a 3, and here's a 2 and a 3. So what is my number on the outside going to be? 2 and 3, which is times 6. Okay, 6 divided by 6. 1. 48 divided by 6. 8. Okay. Now, you see how both of them have letters with it attached to it above? Okay, the letters kind of work the same way. How many letters does this first guy have?
2.
2. We got X and X. What about the second guy? 1. Okay, so what is the least amount that they have in common? What's a match? 1, right? I got this one and this one. So he goes on the outside. Okay, look at this. 2 minus 1. How many is he going to have left? 1. He had 1. We took 1. How many does he have left? None. Okay. Does that make sense? Huh? Huh? Okay, look. He had X2, right? He had $2. If I took $1 from him, how many dollars does he have left? He's got $1. Okay, he had $1. I took $1. How many does he have left? He's got no money left, right? He had $1 and I took it. He ain't got none. Okay, and so that's why we put none here. Okay, these ones work the same. There's just 3 pieces, so you're gonna have 3 different trees going on. Okay, so write nicely, write small, whatever you gotta do. Okay, what are some factors of 30? 2 and 15. What about 15?
3 and 5.
3 and 5. Okay, what about the 42? 2 and 21. 21.
3 and 7.
3 and 7. Okay, what about the 48? 2 and 24. 2 and 12. 2 and 6. 2 and 3. Okay, so the same way that we matched before, they all 3 have to have a match. So if me, Jesus, and Boog decided to go out to eat, okay, and if Jesus is allergic to seafood, would me and Boog go to Red Lobster? No, I can't. Jesus is allergic to seafood. Okay, so if we all love McDonald's, then we're gonna go to McDonald's. If we all love Chick-fil-A, we're all gonna go to Chick-fil-A. Okay, so what is a match in all 3? What is a match in all 3?
They got 2.
They all got a 2.
I got it, yeah.
Anything else?
3.
They all have a 3. Anything else? What's the only numbers you can circle? 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so our number on the outside is going to be what? 6. Okay, a 2 and a 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, 30 divided by 6. 5, so it's going to go in the first spot. 42 divided by 6. 7 is going to be second spot. 48 divided by 6. 8 is going to go in the third spot. Okay, now let's look at the letters. How many does the first guy have? He's got none. Okay, if any of the guys got none, you can't pull out any. Okay, how can I take money from Jesus if he has no money? Right? I can't take $1 from him when he has $0. Okay, so that means all the letters are going to go back. So B, B3, and put your signs back.